My name is Siman Bindra. I'm one of the founders of Kokoa Kamili. We're based in the Mbingu village in Kilombero in Mlimba district and have been based operating down there since 2013. We work with smallholder cocoa farmers, buying their cocoa, which we then ferment and dry ourselves to be able to produce some of the highest quality cocoa in the world. We then export it to high-end chocolate makers around the world, predominantly in Europe, the US, Japan, Dubai, to produce some of the best chocolate in the world. We're proud to be regarded as the highest quality. We were awarded the Cocoa of Excellence in Paris in 2017, 2019, 2021, and we hope that we'll be awarded it again this coming year. It is. Tanzania is a small player in terms of total volume produced. We currently produce maybe 14,000 tons out of a global production of 5 million tons. For some context, Ivory Coast produces 2 million, Ghana 1 million. So 14,000 tons is a small volume, but what we do have is a very good quality, and that's predominantly due to the genetics that we have, as well as the climate for growing cocoa. And in my mind, that's where I see the opportunity for Tanzania is we can scale up production, definitely. We can increase yields, we can increase plantings, but we will never be able to produce the same sort of volumes as Ghana and Ivory Coast, and nor should we. Our focus should be on capitalizing the quality that we have, just like we've done with coffee, just like we've been moving to do with cashews, is being regarded as producing some of the best in the world, and so therefore we should be rewarded with that with higher prices as well. I'm pushing that in the future Tanzania submits for recognition at the International Cocoa Organization of having a significant percentage of what's regarded as fine flavor, and that will in turn lead to higher prices for Tanzanian cocoa to be attracting higher prices on the global market. Not just the small volumes that we as a private company are producing, but as total production from the country. So we've been working in Morogoro, in Kilombero in particular, since 2013. We work with a 1,500 organic certified farmers and then a further few thousand non-organic farmers. And to date, we've grown and distributed around about 600,000 seedlings, cocoa seedlings predominantly. We're, I believe, the only TOSCI certified cocoa producer of seedlings. We've also been conducting research for the last 3 years on different trees within our area to try to identify the best yielding trees for propagation, because if we develop a grafting program focused on high yielding trees that also have good flavor, we'll really be able to further increase the yield and the production in Kilombero. We have a team of agronomists that are conducting this research as well as doing farmer training. Each year we train about 1,500 farmers on everything from farm establishment to farm maintenance to harvesting practices to ensure that we're not losing any volume and we're increasing yields through that. We're very cognizant that we don't want to go down the route that some other countries, or we personally feel like we don't want to go down the route that some other countries have done, which is to boost yields by sacrificing quality. And our point of view is we can do both. Let's boost yields through better agronomy practices, through identifying already what we have here, what are the good producing trees that aren't going to have a negative impact on the flavor and the quality. I think I will surprise no one by saying that climate change is very real, and cocoa likes hot and it likes wet. And so when rainfall patterns change, it can have a big impact on when the fruit develops, when it matures, when it's ripe for harvesting. And you know, we've only been here for 12 years doing this, but even over that period, I've seen shifts in rainfall patterns. Sometimes the short rains come late, sometimes they don't come, sometimes they run into the long rains, and that can have a massive impact on fruit development and production. So I think that is a big challenge. You know, with irrigation, you can mitigate against some of that, but irrigation is expensive for a smallholder to install. We've looked in the past at doing some experiments with solar power irrigation, but unfortunately we've seen that the costs so far are just prohibitively expensive for a smallholder to work on. We hope that will change. We hope that the irrigation strategy around borehole development and installation will take into account some of these crops, these tree crops as well, because we really think that It'll help mitigate against risk of climate change, and it has the potential to also boost yields through irrigation. Yeah, that would be fantastic. We really believe that irrigation has the potential to really increase yields. Globally, amongst the ultra premium chocolate makers, we've established a good reputation, and Tanzania is regarded as a good quality amongst its ultra premium from the cocoa that's coming from Kilombero. I think that there's a couple of things that I would like. Number one, I would like to iterate my gratitude for the continued support from both SAGCOT, COPRA, Ministry of Agriculture, as well as, of course, our relationships at the district and regional level. And most importantly, I think, of course, the trust and relationships that we've developed with the most important people in our value chain are the farmers that we've worked with for the last 10 years, 12 years. I think that we are grateful that farmers took the risk of working with a new company when we started, and have now seen the benefits that we have been able to bring to the sector in Morogoro, and we're excited to continue to work and develop with them. Yeah, I think from my point of view, for average international consumers, it's important to understand where your cocoa, your chocolate is coming from, and to understand that a bottleneck that we've faced over the last, as long as we've been doing this, is the misconception that Africa is a source of bulk, low quality, low value, and that only good quality comes from only Latin America, the Caribbean. That's nonsense. You know, we are producing some of the best quality cocoa in the world and have been regarded as such. So it's important for consumers to open their minds a little bit as well.